There is a huge portrait in the museum. The girl looks silently with mixed feelings in her heart. This painting was painted by her best friend. The person in charge of the museum cannot contact the author. I had to find the girl through the author's blog. Want her to help. But the girl lied and said, I am not familiar with the author either. When she returned to the company, she opened the blog. The person in charge said, inside is an article, a novel named Sha Yinhee. What is recorded is every bit of drinking when each other was young. For a while. Back in 1998, Han is sitting in the classroom, drawing a portrait of the teacher out of boredom. There was a knock on the door. It's Mi-so, a girl who transferred here from Seoul. The teacher arranged her next to Han. Han is also very considerate, laid out for her. But Mi-so just put down her school bag. Take a peek at Mom. He turned around and quickly fled the classroom. Mom chased me for a long time. She just refused to look back. Han found Mi-so at the beach after school. I specially sent her the school bag she left behind. Han is afraid of heights and dare not go to Mi-so. Mi-so told her, it won't hurt if you close your eyes. She imitates Mi-so. Feel the breeze from the heights. Starting from this moment, they became friends. It's raining heavily. The two of them rushed to Ha-eun's house. I also rescued a wet kitten on the way. They wiped the kitten clean. Then we went to the bathroom together. Mi-so curiously picked up Ha-eun's tube top. Said he would never wear it. Such uncomfortable clothes. When eating, Ha-eun doesn't eat carrots. Scolded by Dad, Mi-so saw this and picked the broccoli out of the bowl. He picked up Ha-eun's carrot and exchanged it with her. Watching the innocent friendship between two girls. Ha-eun's mother couldn't help but laugh too. At night, Mi-so's mother came to pick her up. Reprimanding Taiwanese fans in the car. Not only did Mi-so not listen, before dawn. Sneaking back to Ha-eun's house. They paint together. In comparison, Ha-eun's paintings are quite average. And Mi-so's paintings are so imaginative and unconstrained. Just like the two characters. An honest duty. An eclectic. How long has it been since Mi-so's mother returned to Seoul? Leave her to Ha-eun's family. Mi-so is not sad about this. On the contrary, when getting along with Ha-eun, she is happy every day. The two of them fight and play together. Not related by blood but as close as sisters. When Ha-eun grows up, she follows her family's wishes. Get into a good high school. Mi-so chose to study painting in an art school. Her paintings are as strange as ever. The teacher always couldn't help but blame him when he saw it. Han received a text message from Mi-so. Ask her to skip school and wait for him on school day. This isn't the first time this has happened. Han is very skillful at putting on a show. Successfully applied for leave from the class teacher. Two people riding a small electric donkey went to the city together. It's Ha-eun's birthday in a few days. Mi-so wants to give a special gift. Take her to a jewelry store to get her ears pierced. As the shopkeeper counts down, except for the sound of the ear stud gun, there was also the sound of breaking glass. Mi-so accidentally broke the jewelry. Zhao argued that the shop owner didn't put it away himself. Then it fell down. The issue of compensation between the two parties. The sand is overwhelming. The shopkeeper pulled Mi-so's school uniform. Said he came from this kind of school. It doesn't look like a good thing at first glance. I also slapped Mi-so on the head. Seeing Han also join the dispute. Mi-so quickly pulled her to leave. But the shop owner who didn't receive compensation refused to give up. Be the first to grab Ha-eun's school bag. The fighting power of two girls. Can't compare to the middle-aged uncle at all. So Mi-so winked at Han. Let go of the school bags together. Under the influence of inertia. Seeing the girls turn around and run away. He is furious. Punchy chased after him. Reached the fork in the road. Mi-so took a side road. The shop owner continued to chase Han. Seeing him getting closer and closer, Mi-so came riding on an e-donkey. In front of the shopkeeper. Take Han and leave. Mi-so says. She wants to be like her favorite singer. Live to the age of 27 with great vigor. At the most brilliant age. Say goodbye to this world. Ha-eun's eyes started to turn red upon hearing this. Mi-so then smiled and comforted her. I know. This is how we grow old, forever and ever. Mi-so wakes up Han at dawn. Take her to an abandoned building. In the center of the simple room, put birthday cake. There are also gifts specially prepared by Mi-so. A pair of earrings made according to Ha-eun's name, just because of yesterday's accident. Han only had one ear pierced. So another. She gave it to Mi-so. Two people sitting together. Thinking about traveling around the world in the future. But Han hesitated. She wants to have one more than these. A person you can rely on. It's like seeing through Ha-eun's heart. Mi-so asks her if Shang has someone she likes. And Ha-eun's shy expression. To support Mi-so's ideas. At that moment, she felt very uncomfortable. But still the next day. Riding a little electric donkey. Found that boy Jin-woo. Mi-so grabbed his headphones. Listened for a while. He said the name of the singer. Jin-woo didn't bother to pay attention and turned around to leave. Mi-so is unwilling to catch up. Inquire about the other party's information like checking someone's mouth. Pointed at the other police officer again. A girl will confess her love in a few days. Never let her down. Matchmaking session at sorority party. Han expresses love for Jin-woo. He also understands. This is the girl Mi-so was talking about. In order to confirm one's mind, Han drew a portrait. There is only one person she truly loves in her heart. Only then can you draw pictures that are exactly the same as real people. After they formalize their relationship, Han takes Jin-woo, went to the bar where Mi-so works. Although Mi-so wears glasses, but Jin-woo still recognized it at a glance. Mi-so was the girl who rode the e-donkey that day. She asked Jin-woo what he likes about Han. But the other party only said 2 words, all. But the other party just said. According to Mi-so, this general statement, it's all a kind of excuse. Jin-woo doesn't understand Han at all. He didn't know Han likes to draw. I didn't know she had tiger teeth when she smiled. Even after Mi-so reminded. I just discovered that there is a mole on Ha-eun's right cheek. 3. Even so, Mi-so still accepted Jin-woo's existence. Girl's crazy daily life. From then on, there was an extra boy recording beside me. On this day they went to the mountains to make a wish together. The road was too rough and Han had blisters on her feet. Can only stay where you are. Let Jin-woo and Mi-so go together. Mi-so is running forward. Suddenly stopped by Han, looking back. The other party has already taken the photo. Mi-so and Jin-woo each made a wish. She looked at the necklace around the other person's neck and was fascinated. Turning around, I caught the enthusiastic gaze. Mi-so is getting ready to leave. But Jin-woo pulled him back. Immediately afterwards, hot lips followed. It took them a while to get out of the cave. Mi-so didn't tell Han about this. On the way back, they looked at each other. But everyone seems to have their own concerns. It was Mi-so who spoke first to break the silence. Let Jin-woo send Han home. Mi-so used to always be by Ha-eun's side. This is the first time. Mi-so only left a picture of Ha-eun's back. She doesn't want to disturb Ha-eun's life. I chose to elope with a bar singer and went to Seoul. When parting, Han suddenly saw. Mi-so has Jin-woo's necklace hanging around her neck. It seems like everything is understood. Mi-so rented a cheap house in Seoul. Learn to draw during the day. Work in the bar at night. Once in a while. She will write letters to Han. Express one's thoughts. Han obeys dad and Jin-woo's wishes. Admitted to normal university. But Mi-so witnessed her boyfriend's cheating. She smashed her boyfriend's penis, leaving the bar angrily. But in the letter to Han, she always reports good news but not bad news. Said he was doing well. Going to travel around the world soon. No one knows she is in a strange city. I want to give people a pedicure at a nail salon. I have to wash dishes at the barbecue restaurant in the afternoon. I have to work as a housekeeper at night. Looking at the high-rise buildings outside the window, Mi-so is full of confusion about her future. But consumption comes to your door again. My mother, whom I haven't seen for many years, passed away. She went to her mother's funeral. She was the only one in the mourning hall, sitting alone on the ground. Mi-so has suffered a lot of setbacks these days. I want to cry when I go back to my room at night. But still strong. Draw a smiley face on the wall. On the other hand, for his own studies, Jin-woo also chose to leave his hometown and go to Seoul. People around me leave one by one. Ha-eun's heart is filled with disappointment. When I got home I saw, Mi-so is actually back. They didn't ask how each other was doing. Just a hug will make it clear. After obtaining the consent of the family, Han took Mi-so on a trip to Busan. They took pictures on the boat. Find a painter on the street to draw a portrait. All the fun places. I went to play almost all of them. Han got a room in the hotel at night. Show Mi-so in the shower. She found Jin-woo's necklace in her bag. Although I feel uncomfortable, but Han still pretended not to see anything. Mi-so took Han to a fancy restaurant. The prices on the menu are too expensive. To save money, Mi-so goes to the next table. Temporary bartender. And drank a big glass of wine, in exchange for a bottle of red wine worth 120,000 yuan. Han feels sorry for Mi-so. I also felt that what she did was too cheap. And Mi-so also thinks. Han is becoming more and more careless now. The two had a big fight. Han is unbearable. Mi-so was left alone in the restaurant. Mi-so back to the hotel. Pack your luggage and leave without saying goodbye. Han never fell asleep. Listen to her. Still couldn't help but get up. I don't even have time to put on my shoes. I chased him out. But they just glanced at each other briefly. Neither of them said another word. A few years passed in the blink of an eye. Mi-so is already a financial consultant. I happened to meet Jin-woo, who also works in Seoul. The two chatted about the current situation. Learn about Mi-so's current boss. That's her boyfriend. Things are going pretty well so far. But the police car came unexpectedly. Broke the peaceful atmosphere. Mi-so didn't know until she rushed back to the company. Her boyfriend invested all her savings. After bankruptcy, he couldn't accept the status quo and left. Mi-so cannot accept this result. Choose to numb yourself with alcohol. Jin-woo had no choice but to take her home and take care of her. But she met Han, who came to Seoul to look for her boyfriend. What made Han even more angry was Jin-woo's home. Mi-so's underwear is everywhere. She opens the shower head, pour water on Mi-so's face. The most important person in my life at this moment, but became a distant stranger. Maybe more like enemies. Actually, Han didn't tell Mi-so one thing. That day she and Jin-woo, while kissing in the cave, witnessed it myself outside. She didn't listen to Mi-so's explanation anymore. The feelings between each other are gone. After she left, Mi-so returns the necklace to Jin-woo, and she also has one thing hidden from Han all this time. That day she fell in love with Jin-woo, and gave him a kick. Mi-so likes Jin-woo, but I don't want to hurt Han anymore. I just want to take Jin-woo's necklace as a souvenir. That's all. After that, Jin-woo paid Han a favor, expressed willingness to spend the rest of his life making amends. They moved to Jeju Island to live together. The wedding was also held soon, but the day when I really got Jin-woo justifiably. Han just found out. This is not the life I want. She didn't say goodbye to Jin-woo, leave without saying a word. First time trying airplane. Use Mi-so to teach yourself how to link thighs. See clearly the world high in the sky. Han rents the room where Mi-so once lived. When painting a house, only that smiling face remains. She imitates Mi-so, riding a little electric donkey, picked up the brush again. Over time, she became Mi-so. See you again after many years. Han is almost 10 months pregnant. The sisters confide in each other and feel at ease with each other. I also regained my former feelings. Mi-so stayed outside during production. The nurse brought the good news that mother and daughter were safe. The two agreed on this girl will be their common daughter, to raise them together, then watch her get married. But the accident came so suddenly. Mi-so comes to visit the hospital again, but received Han, sudden heavy bleeding. That year Han was 27 years old. Mi-so signed a death notice. While packing her clothes, I saw the gift left for me. And what Han wants to say to her, the last sentence. Mi-so burst into tears. Zoon lay on the ground for a long time without relief. Then she went to the house rented by Han. Found an unfinished painting. Mi-so replaces Han. Finished the painting. She could feel it then. Han is by her side. Mi-so in the name of Han. The novel of Summer Galaxy is updated on the blog. Return all of Ha-eun's paintings. All donated to the museum. Huge self-portrait. Mi-so takes Ha-eun's daughter. Participated in art exhibition. She was lost in thought looking at the portrait. At this time she became Han. Han also became her. But they can only say one thing to each other. Goodbye my soulmate. This movie, a remake of a film released in my country in 2016. July and Ansheng. What is different from the original version is, it depicts more delicately emotional disputes between best friends. Among them, Kim Da-mi and Jaeon So-nee, two excellent actors. Excellent acting skills. But Ma Si-chin in the original, July and Ansheng, not inferior to Jo Dong-yu. They also supported this work. Together they won the Golden Horse Best Actress Award. Which movie do you think is better? In fact, everyone's youth. Love is an indispensable thing. Just a small episode. Han and Mi-so's friendship, like the sun and like a shadow, accompany each other warmly and firmly, even if we parted ways. But there is nothing in life that is not forgotten. At least we are still living in each other's hearts. Still each other's soulmates.